What's up, everybody? I just did a video for my DIY channel. Check it out. I'm going to put the link in the description below, bro. I just did a little tour of my crafting area, which you see behind me. So you'll see a lot of stuff there. It's the first video on that channel I did that was more unscripted. And yeah, I kind of like that. I really like being more improvisational. Although I find it's either like good videos are either like super improvisational or like super planned. Like the one you saw on this channel. I'll put a link in the description if you don't remember it, but it's the one that's the AirPods Max case review, where it looks like a bra. I did a whole like kind of funny vlog, 100% scripted, that turned out really well. And same with the other DIY channel, the first two videos were like super planned, super well done, and then after that I kind of just went more improvisational. So I kind of like that a lot better, but that's not what this episode is about. This episode is about something that happened recently. Later today, I have a DEXA scan and a bod pod. And DEXA scan, if you guys don't know, is a machine that like I lay on a table and it goes and it has this thing that like shoots out a small amount of x-rays and it scans my body and it turns me into the Hulk. You won't like me when I'm angry. It doesn't do that, but it detects what part of my body is lean mass, what part of my body is water, what part of my body is fat, how dense my bones are. Wolverine must like go off the fucking charts. He's probably like 400 pounds, like 700 pounds only because of his adamantium bones. But yeah, so I'm going to see exactly where I'm at. It's within 1 or 2% of truth. So it's the most accurate besides an autopsy, and I don't intend to die anytime soon. So, when it comes to measuring body fat, that is. So, but what I realized was that I'm at, like, my physique is to a point where it doesn't make sense for me to cut anymore. I can cut, like, maybe 1 or 2 more % body fat, and for it to be, like, somewhat sustainable. But I'm getting to the point where my body doesn't want to lose any more fat because, like, okay, so last time I got tested, the DEXA scan said I was 10.2%. I think it was underestimating a little bit. I was probably 11 or 12%. But since then, I've cut fat. So it's probably going to say I'm 8 or 9%, and I'm probably going to be about 10% in reality. So I'm curious to see what it will say. It'll also show me like where my fat and where my muscle is on my body, so I'm really fucking excited for that because then I get to see like what has been working when I work out. But it's super fucking detailed. It even tells you like what is dermal fat, like the fat right in your skin, and what is like subcutaneous fat. I think the fat around your organs. It like tells you like that fucking detail. It tells you like in your left arm you have this amount of pounds of bone, this amount of pounds of muscle and this amount of pounds of fat. And in your right arm, you have this. It's like really fucking cool. So we'll see what happens with that. But what it tells me is my body's at a point where it makes more sense for me either to maintain or bulk or recomp. And basically what that means is I don't need to cut any more fat. I just need to build muscle. And that's my next frontier. So I decided two days ago, like, not yesterday, but the night before, I was chatting with my best friend. Shout out to best friend. You know, he watches all my shit, or like some of my shit, or like none of it. I don't know. He watches a lot of it, a lot of my videos, so he might be seeing this. But I was telling him, I was like, yo, like I'm at a point where it just doesn't make any sense for me to cut anymore because it's so hard, and like I've been gaining weight steadily, but my body fat percentage readings are going down. So what's happening is I'm still losing fat, but I'm gaining muscle fast enough that my weight is going up. And what that also means is I'm eating more calories than I think I am, or like I'm misestimating my maintenance calorie burn. So this is all like just geeky shit for everyone if you're not really into fitness, or if you're into fitness, like you'll understand what I'm saying. But the point is that I had to realize that I've met my goal. And there's a couple lessons here. Number one lesson is, like, you don't, like, how you feel doesn't always match what you get. And, like, sometimes when you've been focusing on a goal, because I started this in mid-September, when you're focusing on a goal for so long, it feels weird to not focus on it. So like I've met my goal, I've met my cut goal. I'm likely at or just under 10% body fat. That was my goal. And my physique looks like it. So I'm really fucking happy about, you can't really see my whole physique, you just see my shoulders, but like you can see there's I mean, when I work out, you really see like shoulder striations. You can't really see it right now, but like you can see like definition and like that vascularity. And I'm not even working out. This is just me resting. Like you can see all that vascularity because I have very low body fat percentage. It's still healthy. It's still maintainable unless I did like if I lost like 3 or 4 more percent of body fat, that would not be maintainable or healthy. But it's getting to the point where it's too fucking hard, and I have to realize that like I need to kind of force myself to refocus because I've been focusing on this goal for so long that it just feels weird for me to be like, okay, Joe, now put this on the back burner, maintain your current body, and then also grow muscle because you're going to the gym. So like focus not on losing fat now, but focus on maintaining about the same weight and growing muscle. And so it's like, okay, I have to shift my focus, and it's like, because I've been deepening this groove of like, okay, don't eat that many calories, cut calories, burn, cut, and then now I have to be like, okay, now you have to like eat a little more calories, eat more protein, work out harder, and then go that direction. It's like I have to move, it's like sort of the same direction, I'm going to move from here to here. I'm not going like that, I'm going like, boop. But because I've cut such a deep groove, because I've been using a lot of discipline and focus, going right here, it took a little bit for me to go, boop. And yesterday, another lesson is that when you are using discipline like super, 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 super hard, for me, for instance, yesterday, the night before yesterday, let me just fucking say days. Tuesday night, I was like, okay, I'm going to maintain now. I'm not going to cut anymore. I'm going to maintain and focus on going hard at the gym and eating more protein and building muscle. And recomping, I don't really want to gain too much weight. I just want to recomp, which means eat more protein, work out harder. And the next day, all of the discipline that I've used, I've been pushing down my impulses and urges to eat certain things, like sugary things, and pushing down my impulses to eat more calories because I'm always like, okay, am I at my calories? Am I at my calories? Am I at my calories? And I'm pushing down my desire to like eat. So yesterday I fucking because I decided not to cut anymore, all those impulses like came out of the Pandora's box, and I decided okay, I'm gonna eat whatever I want, and I was like, what the fuck? I'm gonna eat everything, and I just stopped trying to stop myself, and I just ate literally 5,000 plus calories, which was my calorie budget is 2,000. I went 3,000 plus over. I was it was literally, so that's the same thing that happened on Thanksgiving. So there's 2 days during this period where I did that, and actually what happened on Thanksgiving was the next day I gained a lot of it was water weight, because when you eat a lot you retain more water. When you eat a lot, all of a sudden when you eat more than you usually do, it's not all fat or muscle, and also it's the food, because I didn't shit yet today. So a lot of it is literally just the food that hasn't left my body yet. So I'll probably have a big shit later, but it's also just the water that your body retains. I'm not exactly sure why, but it just retains water when you eat a lot more food. So Thanksgiving, the next day, I gained 5 pounds. A lot of it was water weight, and I slowly lost it. But then I got tested, the bod pod scan. My muscle went up. My body put it all into muscle, and apparently that has to do with something with if you're cutting, your insulin level's super low, and then you eat a bunch of food, your body apparently for some reason puts it into muscle because your insulin level's low instead of fat. If your insulin's high, apparently it stores it as fat. If it's low, it stores it as muscle. I don't know if that's true. Somebody was kind of explaining it to me, but I don't know if I understood him right. One of the trainers at the gym, cool guy, Clay, shout out to Clay. What's up? But he really needs to make a ceramics place called Clay's Clay. I keep bugging him for that. I'm getting his girlfriend to bug him too. Shout out to Allie. What's up? Anyway, so the point of all this is that I binge ate. It was pretty much a binge. It was like, it didn't look like a binge. It wasn't like, blah, blah, blah. It was like, oh, I want that, and I want to eat that, and I'll have that, and I'll have that. I just wasn't stopping myself from eating. And because I've been pushing my desire to eat down so much, I just ate a bunch. And so what I realized was that I needed to fucking have compassion for myself. I needed to have compassion for myself. I needed to be like, yo, Joe, like, you've been doing really good work for 4.5 months. 4.5 months. The fact that this is like the second time you binge ate, and the first time was on Thanksgiving, which is 100% like understandable, and the second time is like literally after you decided to change your goals. Like, it makes sense that you would eat so much today. It wasn't the best idea. I hope like, if I were to do it again, I'd probably say don't do that. But hey, self, like, it's understandable. You're fine. Like, it's okay. You're human. You're imperfect. Worst case scenario puts you back a week. You can deal with a week of extra work. That's not a big deal. Like, you kind of deserve this for all the work you've done. And it gave me an opportunity to practice self-compassion and to not, like, put so much pressure on myself. Because if yesterday I decided to be like, yo, Joe, what the fuck? Like, you ate 3,000 more calories? Like, 3,000? You ate, like, more than double your calorie budget? I could easily have gotten super fucking mad at myself. That would be, like, super easy. That would be reasonable for me to be that mad at myself. But excuse me, I decided not to. I decided that it was more important for me to work with myself. And I'm really proud of how I did that. I'm really proud of the great job I did at, like, hey, Joe, it's all good. Like, understandable. Like, you did it. I wish you didn't, but you did it. So you're human. It's okay. Let me, like, appreciate the work you've done. Let you have this day of doing whatever you want because you needed it, and let's move on. Let's, tomorrow just get back on the ball. It's all good. So that's another lesson. First lesson is sometimes you get so deep in a groove when you're focused on something, it's hard to shift even a little bit. Because the shift I made wasn't like a 180. It was like maybe a 20-degree shift from like, hey, cut fat to like build muscle, or like maintain weight and build muscle. Like, they're both in the same line of like getting a better physique. Like, they're both in the same general direction. They're just slightly different. And then also the lesson of, hey, like, you're human. You're not perfect. And there's going to be issues. You're going to have issues in your life. And you're going to fuck up. And it's 100% okay because it happened. And there's no point in me chastising myself. Having that self-compassion is super important because if I didn't, I would probably be in a spiral. I would probably be doing the same thing today. I would probably be binging today. I'd probably be eating way more than I should today because I just had pushed myself way too fucking much. So those are the 2 lessons for today. I hope it helped. I'm excited for these channels because I'm focusing all in on paying off my bills, and these channels are honestly on the back burner for right now, but I'm still putting out a video a day. Yesterday I forgot, which is why I'm doubling up and putting out a video. I put out a video on my DIY channel already, and this is the second video. For today, kind of like making up for yesterday. But this is it's the February 4th. Shout out to Sasha, actually, it's his birthday. February 4th, and that means that 31, 82, I think. Yeah, 82. 82 plus 4, I think is day 86, I think. Day 86 of 365. My 365 day YouTube challenge, I think. I might be wrong about that. Anyway, I hope you love this. I hope you love it. If you do, if this inspires you, if it teaches you something, if you just like my fucking face and my pecs. I don't know. If you like anything about this, Passion Unchained, I want to help people live lives they love, then send it to your friends on Snap Text or TikTok or whatever your kids use nowadays. Bye.